Hey guys, I'm not dead. And this video isn't a should you summon or not necessarily, but it is something that I feel like needs to be talked about that doesn't really get talked about by other people. And we're talking about the cat in the room. Not this one. Right, let go of it, you little shit. Sorry. Oh wait. Sorry, I'll bug her. Cipher. You done? She is one of the highest requirements to make a character usable. And what I mean by that is her requirements are insane because she wants attack to deal damage, which she doesn't do a lot of to begin with, but she wants attack. She needs speed. You need at least 170 to maximize, but the more speed, the better, because she can only do one follow-up per turn of hers, like Fei Zhao. Crit rate, I have a little bit overkill because I'm going to get 50% from my speed due to a trace. Crit damage, obviously the most crit damage you can get. And if you're going for debuffs, you won't affect hit rate. I don't necessarily care. I'm not going to be running her on an Acheron team because I have... I'm not going to butcher his name again. But if you are trying to do a debuff team, you need affect hit rate because it's not guaranteed. The only guaranteed one is the 40% damage buff, which is great. Enemies taking 40% more damage just for free is awesome. And it's that's the speed one. Yeah, when Ciphers on the battlefield, damage received is increased by 40%. So you get that for free, but that's a one-time debuff and doesn't stack every turn. I ran out of this, so that's why this is not maxed out. But that's not the only stat that matters with Cipher, and this is where it becomes kind of controversial in my opinion. Cipher is essentially useless by herself. She's really fun to play, but she does no damage by herself. Everything she does comes from her ultimate right here, but the only way to deal damage with her ultimate is to have your teammates deal damage. So essentially there's a counter. The more damage your allies deal, the counter goes up, and then when you release your ultimate, it deals true damage equal to that counter. So she's so stat heavy because she's account heavy. You not only need a shit ton of speed and attack, and you want to crit with every hit, you need a good team to put her on, because if you are running even people from like version 2 nowadays, you're not gonna nearly get enough damage to make her ultimate worth it. Quick editor's note here. The other thing with Cipher that I didn't mention is she's not really good for playing on auto, if that's something you do. And the reason why is because you want to stack that tally up as much as possible. And if you are playing on auto and she pops ult as soon as she gets it, it's not going to be nearly as high to do as much damage. Especially like in Apoc Shadow, where bosses have huge resistances before you break them. And so that's something to be aware of, is what your account looks like in relation to, do you have enough to make her worth it? I mean, if you want to summon for her because you like the character, because she is hilarious in the story, then, you know, go for it. But I don't see anyone talk about that, and I feel like it's super important to fully understand what you're getting in a character. Because like other characters, right? You get Castress, she could basically be by herself. Obviously, having supporting characters help, but she does a shit ton of damage by herself. She can heal herself. She has a Revivify, essentially. Herta does a shit ton of damage. Playing with other people obviously helps, and you need a year edition character, but you can run any year edition. Aglia is awesome, but you need Sunday and you need her E1, which I don't have, so she's essentially fucking useless right now. Even Fei Zhao, I mean, you need follow-up characters, but there's a ton of follow-up characters you can use, and it's not as limited. Acheron, you just need debuffs, and like Acheron, she's stat heavy, but she's stat heavy for crit rate, crit damage, and attack. Her speed does not essentially matter at all because you're dealing damage with ultimate, and you get ultimate by debuffs. Excuse me. So as long as your other characters are fast, you're fine. Cipher, however, requires everything herself, on top of your team also being maxed out. Yeah, but like I said, this isn't a way to tell you to summon or not summon, because in this type of game, you should summon for who you want. That's just how it is. But the only other thing to keep in mind is the Fate collab is coming next patch, pretty sure, 3.4, and those characters may never come back. So if you're a collectionist like me, that is just something to be aware of. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.